What is up, beautiful people? It's Nas here, and we have Noah on the channel. And so Noah is a dropshipper. He is the owner of an ad agency, and he also has a video service company. Yeah. Anything else that you do?
Real estate.
Real estate and all of that. So we're having him here in the channel. We're gonna learn more and see what he is doing right now, what he's all about, and learn, one thing or two. I already learned a lot from him. So let's see what's going on. So let's start with your story and when you started and all those good stuff.
Sure. So I whipped up a Shopify store. I spent $20 in ads and did $10 million in sales in my first week.
That's very accurate.
All right,
like, you gotta listen to this guy, hop into his channel, because this is all accurate information.
All right, there's your
No,
intro.
but for real.
So late, I actually started with an agency. So most people kind of like see dropshipping, and that's like the first business they see, and they're like, wow, this is dope. But I actually saw the agency model from Dan Henry, like early 2017, late 2016. And I started with web design, and I tried to get like network marketers and real estate agents as clients, and it worked. Like, I'm really good at building funnels and running Facebook ads for lead generation. It's honestly pretty easy. Yeah. But I had difficulties getting clients and keeping clients. Like, that was the biggest issue, is like, if they hired me, they didn't have any money. Yeah. Because I was just brand new. I didn't have that much experience. So I did sales as kind of like a side gig. Like, I did door-to-door for solar. I did cold calling, trying to sell websites, which I actually did fairly well with web design. I ended up working with Mark Hagar, which I was selling his course on e-commerce. So he actually owned a store a while ago, like probably a couple of years prior to this. This is like late 2017, where he did $2 million or so. And he was basically teaching other people how to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. I didn't know anything really about e-commerce or dropshipping. So that was kind of like how I got into it, because I was a salesperson.
So you were selling like his courses?
Yes.
For him. Were you doing it through Instagram or like?
Through his Facebook group. So I would just kind of go message people like, hey, you want to learn more? Mark has this great course. And cool. Mark is super legit. Like, especially back then there were not that many people talking about e-commerce on YouTube and stuff. Like, this is before the whole dropshipping wave, or in the very early stages. So I was just kind of selling this course, and it was like $1,000, and it came with a couple calls with him. And a lot of the people that I signed up actually ended up being pretty successful. Nice. Which is like pretty cool. So I kind of saw, I was selling people this course, and I didn't really know what I was selling. I understood the premise of it. But one of the clients that actually got into the course, who really, really liked it, which the other salesperson, his name's Dennis, he signed him up. He kind of was already investing in Bitcoin, and he had like another business going on, and he didn't really want to spend his time drop shipping. So he kind of came to us like, hey, can you guys manage our ads? Like, can you run my drop shipping store, essentially? And we were just like, no, like, not really. We don't really know what we're doing. Like, I was only running ads for, a couple real estate agents back then, so I didn't understand drop shipping or anything like that. But he insisted that we actually paid Mark to kind of coach us to run his store. Oh, wow. So we were given this like unique opportunity to learn this new business using somebody else's money. Even I basically got free mentoring.
That's awesome.
I just had to do the work, and he was going to cover my mentoring costs. I mean, this guy was a millionaire. It was nothing to him. Yeah. So of course we took the opportunity, and then he gave us like $1,000 or something just for our time. So that very first store, that was kind of my introduction to dropshipping as a whole. It wasn't my store, it was somebody else's store who wanted me to run it, because we were the sales team for the course, and Mark was mentoring me. In the first 3 months of that store running, we did, 25K in sales. It wasn't anything crazy. Got it. It was barely profitable. Like, I think the profits on it were like $1,500 in that whole time. I went to Mark like, hey, why is this happening? Like, it was doing okay. We had like one winning product, like kind of sort of like 2.3 ROAS-ish. And he was just like, it's not the strategy, it's the product. So And that client actually he just didn't want to do it anymore. So he left us like on the 1st of January of 2018. So we kind of went into Facebook groups and we're like, hey, you know, we have this experience and this knowledge and we're looking for more people to implement these methods with. And we had one guy reach out. His name was Maz, and he kind of came to us like, hey, I have this store. He didn't have a winning product or anything. And, you know, we were like, sure, we'll do it. We took him on for like 20% profit share. We didn't take any money up front, you know, because we were still inexperienced. And I was just implementing the methods that, you know, I learned from the previous store with this guy Maz, and we popped him a winner in his first 3 weeks.
Nice. And that's back in 2018.
Yeah, like first month of 2018.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so yeah, we popped a winner in the first couple weeks, and I just started scaling it the same exact way that I did with the other store. Just this time we had like a 4 or 5 ROAS.
Nice.
So I got his store up to making like $2,000 a day, literally in like 30 days. Like the first month this guy came to us, we got him up to $1,000 a day from nothing.
Nice.
So
how many products did you guys test? Or?
Only like 3.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's like a good like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like getting winner within like 3 products is just kind of insane.
Yeah, there were like a lot of things that like kind of fell into place for me, like a puzzle.
Yeah.
But like we were hustling like really, really hard, like trying to get more stores to implement with.
Yeah.
Like we were kind of like, okay, like we have this method now, you know, it's working. We're about to make some money. You know, like it's doing good. So, you know, of course, we made another post in a Facebook group like, hey, we just took this guy to $1,000 a day. Like we're all proud, like, oh, we're hot shit now.
Yeah.
And we had another guy come to us who actually already had a winner, and he was already doing $1,000 a day.
Nice.
So we put him on 20% profit share, no retainer, and we were just like, all right, let's try to scale this now. And I think it took us 2 weeks to bring him from $1,000 a day to $5,000 a day.
Nice.
Which was fucking crazy. I don't know if you love swearing.
If what?
If you do swearing on your channel or
not. Oh yeah, that's fine. Go for it.
All right, good.
Yeah.
It was nuts. Like this was like the craziest shit I've ever seen. Like I'm from like a hometown. Like nobody even makes $5,000 a month.
Yeah.
And you know I was like 17 at this point. Like it was super surprising. Like I remember.
And you were still in school, or?
No, I dropped out.
Oh, you dropped. So you dropped out actually. Okay.
Yeah, I dropped out like a year prior to this.
Ah, gotcha. So you were like you dropped out and you're like, I need to make money.
Yeah, like I had to make it work or I was screwed.
Yeah. That's awesome. Okay.
But I remember sitting maybe like 10 days into scaling the store to $5,000 a day. I was sitting in my dad's basement because I was still living with my dad because I was under 18. And I was just looking at my friends like, what the fuck did we just do? Like, this is crazy. Like, you talked about having that moment of like realizing that this is like legit money.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's kind of like, that was our turning point. Like, holy crap, we're making a fuckload of money. And we had 20% of that. So I think like that client like paid us, I don't know, $25,000 that month or some crazy shit.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because he was profiting a ton of money as well.
Yeah, of course. So you got it to 5,000. Did you scale more than that, or it was just like, what happened?
He maintained like $6,000 a day for 2 or 3 months, and then he got banned and he lost it. But he ended up doing like $500-600K in total.
Oh,
so
it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive considering it was the 3rd store I even touched.
Yeah.
And the 2nd store that I took on, like the guy that we took to $1,000 a day, he ended up getting up to like $3,000 to $4,000 a day.
Oh, nice.
We maintained that until April. So like from January to April, he did around $260K. Nice. And then he fired us.
Wait, why would he do that?
Like he just, I don't know, he wanted to do it on his own. He wanted to learn or something, because we were just managing. And then after that, like we had our biggest day ever. I think it was like a $4,000 day on that store. Mm-hmm. The next day he fired us and he just went to absolute shit. And he pretty much lost the store.
Karma, yeah, that's what happens. Oh, that's great.
But since then, it's just been a game of, I figured it out, right? Yes. Like I kind of cracked the code.
Yeah.
That's like the best way to say it.
Yeah.
So, I've kept with the agency stance, mm-hmm. like, just taking a small cut and implementing, because I think it's like kind of like economy of scale.
Gotcha.
Like we have around 80 stores under management right now.
Nice.
And we can pull 20% profits from a ton of stores, mm-hmm. and we're not managing fulfillment. We're not managing customer service.
You don't have to deal with all the things that most dropshippers actually they don't want to deal with. Yeah.
So like we're strictly marketing, which is like the money driving factor. So, ever since we cracked the code, it's always been a game for me of like, how do we, for one, make it better?
Yeah.
Two, get more clients so that we can push more revenue and make more money. And I've changed a shitload of lives just doing that, like bringing on people, implementing the methods, and then they work, and then everybody makes money, and it's great.
That's amazing. So do you still do profit share, or is it like, so you still do profit share? With
still 20% too.
So you still do the same, so you did that, like you said, you started, that was your way into agency, and you're like, from there, you're like, I'm just going to implement this, just bigger scale.
Yeah.
Again, bigger and bigger. Okay, that's amazing, and that's been like 2 years almost.
3
years now.
Yeah,
2018, 19, 20, 3 years.
End of 2017.
Nice.
Yeah, I know.
Dang. It just doesn't feel like when I say 2018 that it's like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You just feel like, I don't know.
And I started my YouTube probably mid 2018.
Yeah.
So like my first 8 months or so, from September to June of 2018.
Yeah.
That's when I hit $1 million in total sales
Nice.
for my clients. So like we had the second client, the third client, and then probably like 4 or 5 other smaller clients that like did like between 50 to 100K.
Nice.
And that's when I launched my YouTube channel. And I was like, listen guys, like we just came out of nowhere. Like I'm not even 18 yet. We just made these guys $1 million. Like let me just share what the hell we're doing. And then that's when I really started getting clients because people were seeing, my strategies and they're like, wow, this guy's great. I want to learn from him. And I was just doing collaborations with hundreds of people that are doing dropshipping.
That's amazing. Because I know a lot of people that also start dropshipping. They're like, okay, I can't figure everything out. But then they come to Facebook. They're like, I have no freaking idea what I'm doing, And they always look for someone to like run their Facebook ads. So you're just offering the biggest solution to dropshippers. It's like, hey, if you don't know how to run your ads and you manage like everything marketing, but then the rest they have to do themselves.
And like obviously through managing these stores and having all these calls, like there was the entire year of 2019, I had 40 students at all times.
That's amazing.
Some would leave and come back, and
yeah.
But at least a couple hundred people. I did 2 calls a week with every single one of them.
Nice.
Each client was testing 1 to 2 products a week. Most of them were doing 2 products a week. So, 40 clients times 2 products a week is 80
nice.
Products a week that I was kind of like overviewing and controlling, and I chose out all the products. And
so you choose the products for them too, usually.
Yeah. So right
so you
now,
do the product research kind of.
Well, in the beginning, we were more focused on scaling.
Got it.
So we would take people that already had winners and then scale them up.
Got it.
And then I transitioned into a more coaching model where I'd actually teach people how to find winners and then scale them.
Gotcha.
I did that for about a year. My issue with that is it wasn't scalable, obviously, because like it's using my time.
Yeah, makes sense.
When I was
you were doing it actually yourself, one-on-one calls.
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Okay.
It was crazy and stupid value for the money.
Yeah.
For the students. But I did that for a year, and then I transitioned to the structure we have now, which is sort of done with you, but it's more done for you. Where you're assigned an ad buyer. I still choose out all the products though.
Gotcha.
So I do product research on my own time. I have a team of VAs, and then I have somebody go through the list that the VAs choose. And then I go through what that guy goes through.
Gotcha. Well, that makes sense. So you kind of manage it now, but it's less of your time rather than just getting one-on-one.
Yeah, and we're able to help double the amount of clients. I had 40 students, and now we have 80 clients. And I think this service is actually better than coaching was because we have full control.
Yeah.
Like when I was doing coaching, I would kind of tell them what to do and kind of hope that they did it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people did it slightly incorrectly, which does affect things.
Yeah.
And now we just have full control. So, like I said, we just had a client surpass 700K in sales.
That's amazing.
Our total, the total revenue of the agency in total in these 3 years has been well over $10 million now.
Nice.
Probably 4 or 5 million is literally just 3 students. I had one student do 2.1 million in 6 months, I believe. And then I had another one, we hit 1.4 million in 2 months. That was a fast scale. That was the most ridiculous.
In 2 months,
scale.
2.5. That's amazing. And no banning, nothing. He actually got to scale in the same store.
Yeah, there wasn't many PayPal issues. There were fulfillment issues towards the end.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that was the craziest.
That's amazing. That's a life-changing, actually, winning product that I've kind of talked about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the profits on that were 400,000.
Nice.
Out of 1.4 million. It was a 10 to 15 rise the whole time.
Gotcha.
with a ridiculous margin.
That's amazing. That's insane. So do you do you get your students to do any email marketing, or you just like focus mostly just like I would say clients, sorry, just like on Facebook ads, like?
We mostly focus just on Facebook ads right now. We're trying to get into Google ads and some other platforms because I think that's like, in order to stay afloat, you're going to have to eventually.
Have you looked into TikTok ads at all?
I haven't looked into them. No, not yet. But I do have a pretty big team, so I'm just slowly going to start like learning these different platforms. Not me, but my team members. But email marketing, I actually have a good friend, John Zamora, which I did an interview with him. And I kind of partnered with him just to send my clients to him, and he takes like a % of the revenue.
Oh, nice.
And he gives me a cut of the %. So, I'm motivated to give him customers, and I've seen the work that he does. It's really good. So that's kind of what I do for email now.
It's always good to have like, when you find friends that they kind of complement your business, so you can kind of refer people and people that you trust that you can work with and all that. Hold on, what else did we talk about?
Oh yeah, I also saw that one of our clients recently, I believe you referred them.
I did. Wait, Derek?
I don't remember their name.
I think. You know what? I think he was my student. I got him to like, I think $500,000 last year, and then this year he was just running ads. But he's like, I'm just tired of running ads myself. And I'm like, why don't you just go talk to Noah? And he's like, okay. Well, how is it? And literally next day he's like, yeah, I just signed up. I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah, he sent me a DM like, hey, what's up? Nazarani sent me. I'm like, wow, that's quite the compliment.
Yeah, because it's like, I'm so tired of running ads. And then he actually knows what he's doing. He's just like, I don't want to run my ads myself. And then there's going to be people like that, It's like, yeah, go talk to Noah. I know he has an agency. And then he's like, all right, yeah, I started with Noah literally 24 hours later. He's like, yeah, I just signed up. Yeah. All right, Noah. So future plans. What are your plans for the next, let's say, 12 months to 2 years? Like, are you trying to grow the agency? Are you trying to focus? What are you focusing on?
I am trying to focus on right now structuring the agency to where I can scale even bigger.
Nice.
I think.
Do you have like a goal number like that you want to hit, or is it just like?
Yeah, we're trying to. We just crossed 1 million in sales, for ourselves.
Yeah,
like
for yourself.
The 10 million was our client sales. We just surpassed 1 million in sales for the agency itself. We're trying to get it up to 10 million. So right now it's like 100K a month. We're trying to do like 1 million a month. And I think the only way to do that is to kind of restructure everything. Because right now our biggest bottleneck is, we have clients that hit, they get successful and then they get banned. Terrible shipping times, bad customer service. So right now, me and my team are really focused on improving, not really the service, but improving the drop shipping that we're doing, or the level of drop shipping that we're doing. We're trying to have, really good shipping times, really good quality products, narrow down the countries that we're targeting. So we're just overall trying to make like the business model that we're following and pushing onto our clients better, so that we can have, longevity in our clients. Like once we find somebody a winner, we want to be able to have Google ads and influencers and all these different methods pushing into an actual brand that becomes like a real asset to sell. I really want to take a percentage of the assets that we're building for these people, similar to profit share, but actually motivate them to sell the brands.
Right.
So, we can actually build assets, and then, our big money dollars will come down the road when the assets are, a year or two old.
Right.
And hopefully the client stays loyal, and, we'll just all make a bag. And that's kind of like my goal with the agency, is to provide a really good service from our end. But I mean, we have, like I said, like around 15 people, 12 ad buyers, 2 managers. So we got Facebook ads down. Nice. We have product research down.
Right.
We find like 2 to 3 new winners every day. That's, getting the results is not really our issue. It's more maintaining it. Yeah, like keeping those results and keeping the clients.
So kind of like fixing the back end of it to the things that you're not in control, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And just providing a better experience for the customers. Not my clients, but my clients' customers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which I think is super important. And I think, honestly, I've neglected it a lot because I'm a marketer. Like, I don't really want to deal with this stuff.
Yeah.
But as a marketer, it's becoming essential.
Yes, 100%. Because the thing is, like you said, to maintain it, you have to have good shipping time. You have to have like good customer service. And I guess like a lot of people, especially when they're just getting started, they get so excited about, oh my God, I'm making money, that they kind of neglect a lot of aspects that are important to maintain that profit. and they could, you know, like you said, they can get banned, they can have issues with PayPal, they can have issues with Stripe and all those stuff. Do you remember having that? Remember your ads kept popping up on my YouTube? That would be funny because probably someone that is watching this, your ad's gonna be popping up on my YouTube right now.
I think you were like, hey, get your ads off my channel, and I was like, hey, you're that fucking girl.
Yeah, you're like, I'm probably spending $100 just on your channel.
Yeah,
with
like,
my
hey,
ads.
we should probably talk. You know, I always try to network with other people in this industry because it's a really solid way to grow. Like, I'm trying to slowly implement, you know, better shipping times and better products. That's why I talk to people like you who run brands, and Ricky Hayes was able to point out some really good points that, you know, is going to help me a lot. Like, I'm still working on the things that he was talking about.
Yeah, like one thing that you said about the shipping, like, I don't know if you ever focus on what the kind of packaging that get delivered, or if you ever like talk to your clients. But like one thing that I do with my supplier, Carrie, like, she literally makes the packaging so pretty that it doesn't even look like it's coming from, you know, like if you want to, like if you buy stuff from AliExpress, it comes in like a beat up, like so bad. Yeah, like nobody wants to come back and buy from you anymore, you know? Like it's like not nice. Like what do, we usually like send her like a couple of designs, and then she literally like makes the packaging, and she'd be like, hey, do you like this? Or do you like this? Can I send you a sample? And she does that a lot. And I think like, you know, doing these little things can make a huge difference, because even though now it could take a lot, like, you know, it takes time to get the packaging. It's coming from China, but if they get it in a nice packaging, it looks nice. I don't know, it has something in it, you know, at least they're like, okay, it was worth the wait. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What would you, let's say people are just getting started with their business, with their dropshipping, what would be the advice that you give them? Just to make it easy.
I would say, you know, general advice, aside from just, you know, don't give up and shit like that. I would say just like find a really good person that already has cracked the code. Like we talked about cracking the code earlier. I was able to jump ahead by getting a mentor, and I got that for free. Some of you might not be able to get a mentor, I understand that, but I was able to jump the learning curve, and you know, like there's a reason why I was able to hit 1 million in my first 8 months, even attempting drop shipping. And it's not because I'm smart. Like it's because I was beat on by a mentor who knew what he was doing, and I didn't listen to anybody else. Like literally, if you tried to give me advice in the first like 8 months of me doing drop shipping and Facebook ads, I would not have listened to you, because I was just focused on one person who cracked the code, and that's what made it work for me. So that's probably what I would recommend, is just like find somebody, doesn't matter who it is, somebody who genuinely figured it out, and just listen to them, only listen to them, go all in with their methods. And that's what I would say is the best thing to do. Yeah, that's like such a smart thing to do. I think like, obviously it just makes it so much easier rather than like trying to figure it out yourself. I tried to figure it out for myself for a while before I started actually learning from someone else. Thank you for coming here on my channel. I'm gonna link his YouTube channel and his Instagram and everything down below. Go check out Noah. I'm also gonna have my interview video on his channel, so go ahead and check that out too. And drop your questions down below, and we'll answer them whatever questions that you guys have, and I'll see you guys later. See ya.
Bye.